Hello there. If you want to know who this is, you're going to have to stand on your heads to find out. I actually just meant that for the people watching at home. Come on, everybody get down on the carpet and look. But a funny thing happened. Our whole studio audience is upside down trying to see who I am. Actually, we planned the whole thing that way. It's kind of a sneaky little idea to do this because with everybody upside down, that way we'll be able to pick up a noose. Well, good night, folks. We'll be able to pick up enough loose change to pay off Paul Winchell and Kaye Ballard and all our guests. It was actually done with the most ulterior of motives. And that's the funny thing here. We have 750 people now with very pale feet. Matter of blood pressure. Anyway, you're in for an evening of interesting television entertainment, I think, so stick around. It's almost time for the show to start, and right now I have to go backstage and get myself straightened up the right way so we won't confuse everybody. I'll see you in about 47 seconds. Don't go away.
From the heart of New York City, at NBC's Hudson Theater, a step away from the exciting crossroads of the world, Times Square, Tootsie Roll presents the Steve Allen Hour. With Edie Gourmet, Pat Marshall, Steve Lawrence, Andy Williams, Kitch Henderson, Gene Rayburn, and guest stars Kaye Ballard and Paul Winchell and Jerry Mahoney. Welcome to the Steve Allen Hour. Hi, I'm Gene Rayburn. And Tootsie Roll, a great tradition in American life, the one candy treat everybody, youngsters and grown-ups, know and enjoy. Tootsie Roll, you know, has a flavor all its own. Chocolatey, chewy, long-lasting, delicious. Made of the purest ingredients, wholesome and energy-giving. Nothing tastes as good as a Tootsie Roll. I like them, you like them, everybody likes them. Still only a nickel for that big, tasty, chocolatey Tootsie Roll. Now, on with the show, and here's the star of our show, Steve Allen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And thanks for allowing me to come right into your homes tonight. There we are. I hope I'm not intruding. I just want to make sure you pay attention. As some of you people out there, especially along about Kansas City, look a little restless already. And I haven't done anything yet. But I just want to say that it gives me great pleasure, to look into your faces tonight. And I can see some faces that need looking into. But it'll be very nice of you to stay tuned in. Now, you folks here in the studio audience, of course, you are what might be referred to as a captive audience. We kind of have you trapped because the moat's up and the drawbridge is down and all that kind of stuff. But I was just wondering, if I may talk to you personally for a moment, how many of you people here in the theater tonight are from out of town? May I see your hands, please, if you're from out of town? Did you hold your hands up? You're from out of town, all right. Well, I just want you to know there's one program where we don't care. We really don't. I didn't say that so much to, Thank you, Ray Block and the band. I didn't say that so much to make you laugh as just in the interest of honesty. You know, it's a funny thing, but some of the shows around town, they pretend they're really hysterical if you mention that you're from, someplace or other. But I don't care where you're from, and you don't care where I'm from, and all I care about is that you have a good time while you're here, and we'll certainly do our darndest to see to that. We don't need road maps, in other words. We'll just relax and be friends. However, I do want to learn a little more about you. Now, how many of you people here have never been here before? May I see your hands? Never been here before? That's fine. Good. Now, may I see the hands of those who are here tonight for the first time? I don't know why that never comes out even, but it's always a little lopsided one way or the other. Well, I want to thank you anyway, and to repay you for your attention, I want you to know, you people here, that we are giving away some swell prizes. I don't know how much entertainment there is on television these days, but you got to admit we give a lot of nice stuff away. For example, tonight we're going to find out who the oldest lady in the audience is. You really are. Think it's you? Might be. We have a wonderful prize for the oldest lady. We're going to give her the oldest man. So I don't want you folks. I don't want you folks at home to feel left out because we have some things for you too. A little later, I'm going to ask some questions, and we have a phone number for you to call. We have some great prizes for those who call in with the correct answers. For example, some lucky person will win an all-expense vacation which will entitle him to spend 2 glorious, carefree weeks in the lobby of the Brill Building. Isn't that so? That's real fine. Then also, some lucky man tonight will have the glove compartment of his car completely reupholstered in unpainted mohair. And that's not all. But it almost was. We also have 1 dozen pairs of baked enamel sweat socks we're going to give away. Yeah, and a beautiful stained glass money belt from Brooks Brothers, a smart Pyrex cummerbund, which is the latest thing. It's very hard. And the ladies now, if we have prizes for them too, a beautiful match set of linoleum dress shields. And 500 sheets of stationery handsomely engraved with the name Sarah M. Whitney. I'm sorry if this doesn't happen to be your name, but we got a very good price on this thing, and we couldn't really afford to pass it up. It's one of those things. Now, as for the show itself, it's really going to be just sort of an early version of the show I do every night here on this network. It's a thing called Tonight. I know some of the stations don't carry it, and of those that do, some fumbled it pretty badly, but they're all supporting us, and we're using our regular Tonight casts. We'll do the same sort of things we do on Tonight, like sleep and all that. And that also might include poetry reading. Now, a lot of people think that reading poetry is a thing of the past, but it's not. There'll be enough foolishness later on in the show, so right now I'd like to open on a serious note, if I may, with a short poem titled, Had I But Known at Break of Day. Thank you. Had I but known at break of day that with the rising of the sun, the wings of dawn... Oh, wait a minute. Already I can see that some of you are very touched by the mood that we've established in these few brief seconds. But I'm serious. I don't want to take credit where I don't deserve it. You know who deserved the credit for this mood? The man playing the organ, Skitch Henderson. He really does. It wouldn't matter what I read now or what words I say as long as he is playing that lovely background. I could say anything, and a tear might steal into your eyes. Matter of fact, I'll prove it to you. I borrow this newspaper here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to read, I don't care what, football scores, Maria Torres' column, anything you want. You name it, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll read the stock market reports. And you'll cry. Better, because you're not laughing. All right, that's it. September wheat, 39 to 39 and a quarter. Choice alfalfa, 47 to 47 and a half. Soybean mash, down 3/8. September hogs, up 5/8. Hog livers, bullish. Bull livers, hoggish. Peoria oil and gas, 29 to 29 3/4. East Texas chemical fertilizer, 18 to 18 and a half. I thank you. I'd like you to meet now the young gentleman who does such a wonderful job of singing for us just about every night in the Tonight Show, Steve Lawrence. Steve-O, jump in here. Naturally, you know why I have this. We're handing out cranberries a little later. No, I'll tell you what, this is a Mambo drum, and we're going to Mambo it up. What are you going to sing? Which one of the Mambo tunes?
They were doing the Mambo.
Oh, I thought it was my Yiddish Mambo. I didn't know that. All right, let's go over here where the band is.
All right.
You've met Skitch Henderson.
How do you do? How do you do? How are you, Steve?
Pretty good. How are you, Skitch? We're all projecting because we're very far from the mic. I now declare you a Van and Skink. What's the temperature?
I went riding home down to Santa Fe. There's been a lot of changes since I've been away. I went to have a dance at the old dance hall where they were having a ball. They were doing the mambo. What the heck is the mambo? They were doing the mambo while I just stood around. I looked around the place for my best gal Flo. I asked a lot of people for my best friend Joe. Nobody seemed to know where my two friends were, except that he was with her. They were doing the mambo. Well, they called it the mambo. They were doing the mambo while I just stood around. I used to be a dance-hall dandy, but it seems since I've been gone, there's an awful lot of changes. I don't know what's going on. I got a big surprise on the patio. I found my gal a-hugging with my best friend Joe. And when they turned around and they looked my way, they smiled and shouted, "Ole!" They were doing the mambo. Well, it looked like the mambo. They were doing the mambo while I just stood around. I used to be a dance-hall dandy. I knew all there was to know. I knew this away from that away, but which way did they go? I figured it was time that I took a ride. I couldn't find my horse where I left him tied. When I went out and I found him there, he turned and shouted, "Ole!" They were doing the mambo. Even horses do mambo. They were doing the mambo while I just stood around.
This is my town. It's a town like any other town, except maybe the living's a little higher and a little faster. But a town like any other town. But maybe the girls are a little prettier and the streets are a little brighter. The guys are a little tougher and the money flows a little freer and the jails are a little fuller. And the price for fun is a little higher. But it's a town like any other town. And like any other town, there's trouble in this town. But that's all right for Joe Sands because trouble is my business. Come in. The minute I saw him, I knew he spelled trouble. You can spell trouble, can't you, fella?
Yeah.
How do you spell trouble? T-R-O-U?
B.
That's fine, thanks. I knew he spelled trouble. He had the look of a guy who's been given a swift kick by life. He was pale, nervous. I didn't bother with preliminaries. This boy needed help, and he needed it fast, and I was the guy to give it to him because trouble is my business. All right, fella, how'd it start?
Well, I went a-riding home down to Santa Fe.
Yeah?
Been a lot of changes since I've been away.
He was having kind of a rough time talking about it. I was right. This boy was in big trouble. I could help him because... Trouble? Well, you know that.
I went to have a dance at the old dance hall.
Yeah?
Where they were having a ball.
How do you mean?
They were doing the mambo.
What the heck is the mambo?
They were doing the mambo.
What about you, fella?
Oh, I just stood around.
What were you doing there in the first place?
I used to be a dance hall dandy.
So?
Well, it seems since I've been gone, there's an awful lot of changes. I don't know what's going on.
He took a picture from his jacket. It was a woman. Every inch of her. A dame like her, a fella could spot a mile away. How does she fit in, Buster?
I got a big surprise on the patio.
Mm-hmm.
I found my gal a-hugging with my best friend, Joe.
Rough.
And when they turned around and they looked my way,
Yeah? Come on, fella. I can't help you unless you tell me the story. What'd they do?
they laughed and shouted, "Ole!"
That's bad. Now, just exactly what were they doing?
They were doing the mambo.
You sure of that?
Well, it looked like the Mambo.
All right, they were doing the Mambo. Got you. Now, what about you?
I just stood around.
Yeah. This boy wasn't kidding. I've seen 1,000 suckers like him. He knew what he'd find. It's the old story. Guy goes away, leaves Dave behind, tells his best friend to watch her. Friend winds up with the doll. He got wind of it, came home looking for trouble. Well, he got it. And so have I, because... Sure it is. I said as much to the sucker, and he admitted it.
I looked around the place for my best gal, Flo.
Yeah.
I asked a lot of people for my best friend, Joe.
And it came.
Nobody seemed to know where my two friends were, except that he was with her.
And you saw him?
They were doing the Mambo.
Yeah. Are you sure of this? Because it's important.
Well, they called it the Mambo.
All right, but what's my part in this? What do you want me to do?
Teach me how to do the Mambo.
Very simple. You just put the right foot
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Jimmy had a nickel. Well, sir, it's time for Evensong Serenade. It's a program I used to announce in Arizona many years ago, and I haven't heard that particular harp run. I have no idea why I'm hearing it now. But as I was singing, Jimmy had a nickel, but he didn't have it long, because Jimmy bought a Tootsie Roll. I don't want you to get the impression that the Tootsie Roll people have purchased this program tonight. What they actually did was open up a store here. Got a nice little location. But I am talking about Tootsie Rolls. You see, it was one of those Tootsie Roll nickels that I gave Jimmy, and that little son of a gun does move fast, too. My children, as a matter of fact, don't ask me for just plain nickels anymore. They want a nickel just to buy a Tootsie Roll with. And you boys and girls are right on the beam when it comes to spending your own dough. You want your money's worth, naturally. And that's the reason you're always happy to dig for Tootsie Rolls, because you get your money's worth and then some. And we, grown-ups, learn it just the same way you boys and girls are learning now. That is, by eating Tootsie Rolls and finding out for ourselves that Tootsie Roll's the best candy bar in the world. Now, here I want you to see another Tootsie Roll candy. Tootsie Roll caramels. They're milky, chewy, real tasty. In fact, no other caramel is so delicious. And look at this Tootsie Roll fudge now. See that? Creamy, smooth, with that wonderful old-fashioned homemade mouth-watering flavor. The fudge taste that can't be beat. Tootsie Roll caramel and Tootsie Roll fudge come in chocolate or vanilla flavors. And they are only, that's many pennies, only a nickel at any candy counter. So keep them around the house. Everybody will enjoy them. Promise you that. We have our camera down at the river, huh? I feel like I just got through juggling or something. Wonder why they always do that. Fella comes out and all he says is, and buy Bird Brothers soap, and the band plays 4,000 bars of music. I suppose it's traditional. Where's the camera? Down at the river? Good. We are working in kind of a small theater here. And, oh, really? No, a funny situation is taking place right now. Everybody on the stage is talking to everybody else, and the only one who really has to know what's going on is me, and nobody's telling me anything. Wait, could you fellas, oh, we're not going to do the remote number? Oh, that's too bad. We actually have a camera down at the East River, and I've just decided what we can do with it. Don't bring it back, just right in the whole thing in the river. That'll... Gee, two of our singers are down there, too, Pat Marshall and Andy Williams. And they'll probably drown now, but that's television for you. That's show business. What are we going to have instead?
All right.
Oh, we are going to the boat? Sorry, kids. Oh, we had Dinah Shore and Frank Sinatra here ready to go, but we are going to the river? Well, I know I am. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Summer journeys
other places aggravate all our cares. We'll save our fares. I've a cozy little flat in what is known as Old Manhattan. We'll settle down right here in town. We'll have Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten Island too. It's lovely going through the zoo. It's very fancy on Old Delancey Street, you know. The subway charms us so when balmy breezes blow to and fro. And tell me what street compares with Mott Street in July. Sweet push carts gently gliding by. The great big city's a wondrous toy, just made for a girl and boy. We'll turn Manhattan into an Isle of Joy.
You have just witnessed a scene from the new motion picture titled Please Stand By. Oh, dear. Due to circumstances beyond the control of the harbor dredging department, somebody goofed out there. We probably got a little river water in one of the cameras. However, we still insist that the concept of these songs is a good idea. And we'll do them every chance we get when the fog clears up. Right now, however, I am actually glad we got an extra second in here, too, because we will be able to spend it with a fellow I think is one of the most exciting entertainers in all of show business. He's going to start a new show November 20th for the makers of Tootsie Rolls, and we have him with us here tonight. You know, when you're a ventriloquist, you actually are two people. I don't mean that in the obvious sense of a man and his dummy. I mean, you have to be both a comedian and a fantastic technician. And I think the best of all in this department is the fellow I want you to give a nice welcome to right now with his little friend, Paul Winchell and Jerry Mahoney. Here they are. Hey, you're looking great, but where's Winchell?
Oh, Winchell. Don't even mention that name to me, Steve.
Gee, what's wrong, kid?
Well, I didn't know. Something's come over that guy. He goes around the house all day long doing imitations.
Yeah?
I don't even know who he is anymore. I think he's flipped.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Jerry. Some people might flip, but not Winchell. Why, he's a very level-headed guy. As a matter of fact, he really keeps both his feet on the ground.
Oh, both feet on the ground, huh?
Yeah.
Get a load of that.
Well, I'll be a son of a gun.
Yes, sirree, that's what I say. Because I say that you say to me, Harry. Yes, sirree, you say that. And I say to you, Benita, my darling Benita. Wait a minute, Josie. I tell you, baby, I love you. All right, wise guy. No, look here, Jerry.
Oh, you warmed the cooker to me heart, me boy.
Well. Hiya, pal. How are you, boy? What do you say, huh?
I'll go fry your fat.
Hi, Steve.
Hi. I'll see you later, Jerry.
Hey, what's the matter with him?
What's the matter with him? The same thing that's the matter with me. You and these dopey imitations you're always doing. I'm getting a headache from it, I tell you.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Don't tell me wait a minute. I'm getting sick of this whole thing. I'm sick of it.
Oh, now, look at me.
That makes me even sicker. Oh, this headache.
Now, look. All right, even if you do have a headache, why blame it on me? Probably from something else entirely. Maybe it's your eyes. You probably suffer from eye strain.
Eye strain?
Sure. Look, I'll prove it to you.
Yeah?
Now, look, you just look into my eyes.
Yes, sir.
Now, what do you see?
2 oysters on a lost weekend.
Just look a little closer.
Yes, sir.
A little closer.
Excite me.
A little closer.
Kiss me.
Oh, come on now. Look, I'm being very serious. Now, you see this finger?
Uh-huh.
Now, I want you to follow this finger with your eyes wherever it goes.
I don't understand.
Just follow it. I'll tell you about it later. You're doing very, very well. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, sorry, your hangnail threw me off. All right. Oh, there it is. I got it now.
Attaboy. Just watch it.
Wherever it goes.
That's it. Just keep your eye on it. Good boy. Jerry, look, I'm trying to help you out. Now, you have a headache?
Yes.
All right, let me give you a little eye exercise. Now, first, I want you to pretend that your nose is a pencil.
Huh?
Make believe your nose is a pencil.
Isn't that you?
Now, look, just do as I say. Now, close your eyes, and then I want you to begin writing something with your nose.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Now, close your eyes. Go ahead, close them. All the way.
Sorry, that ain't been installed yet.
Well, here, I've got an idea. We'll just cover them.
Huh?
There we go. Okay. Eyes covered now?
Yes, sirree.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look, do this right or you don't do it at all.
Okay.
All right? Now, your nose is a pencil.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and write something with your nose.
What should I write?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
What should I write?
Well, why don't you write my name?
Your name?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, how many M's in Hambone?
Look, you know my name. Now, just write it out.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Ding. Ding.
What are you doing?
I'm typing it.
You can't be typing it.
Well, why not?
Because I just told you your nose is a pencil.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Go ahead.
Here I go.
That's a boy.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm using the eraser.
Oh, there's no use trying to explain anything to you. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Imitations.
Oh, no.
All right, wise guy. I'm a pretty tough egg, see?
Hey, what's wrong with your lip?
All right, wise guy. Why, I'm so tough I spit money. There's a quarter.
There's your change. Don't bend the suits.
Well, don't interrupt me.
Oh, gee whiz, Lynch. Please, don't do no more of those imitations.
Well, why not? What's wrong with them?
Oh, gee, after all, what's the use of trying to be something that you ain't?
Yeah, well, I guess you're right, kid. All right, from now on, I'll just be myself.
Be yourself.
Don't be an imitator.
If you're just yourself,
You'll always wind up greater.
'cause a fella never makes a lot of jack at doing.
You're the guy that gave it to my brother in the back. Right, be yourself.
You won't get places saying,
Mr. Christian.
listen, so how's this handling?
You'll never hear us saying, I'm the boss around here, yeah.
Or even come with me to the Casbah there.
Where the blue of the night meets the gold of the day.
You'll wake up then, you're just yourself.
That's why you never hear us saying,
All right, Shirley, come with me. Never hear us saying,
oh, my little chickadee.
here's a thing we'll never do, we guarantee.
I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me.
So in the words of the man, who never goes wrong, you gotta start off each day with a song. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. He said, when things do wrong, ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Isn't it better to go through life naturally than walking around like someone that you never could be? Oh, you know that you can't go wrong.
Just be yourself and you'll find life's a song. It's more becoming.
Remember, you never go wrong.
And in conclusion,
Be yourself. Ha-cha-cha, be yourself. Ha-cha-cha-cha.
you get along.
Gee whiz, look at all this here candy.
Well, hello, knucklehead.
Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Winkle. Hello, you gonna buy some candy?
Mm-hmm. Say, these look good. Is this your box, knucklehead?
Yep.
Mind if I sample one? Delicious. What kind of candies are these?
Those are my checkers.
Why,
Here. You mustn't strike a child.
don't be silly, Knuck. I'm not mad.
No?
No. Just to prove it to you, I'm going to buy you some candy.
Oh, my, oh, that's great.
Here you are. Have a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Gee, just one lollipop?
Oh, well, this isn't just one lollipop, Knuck.
No?
This is 2 lollipops.
It is?
Certainly.
Oh, yeah, now I see the other one.
No, Knuck, I'm not kidding. You see, the Tootsie Roll Pop comes with a Tootsie Roll built right in. It's a double treat.
Isn't that adorable?
No, look now. There's a picture of a Tootsie Roll Pop right there. See? It has a regular candy lollipop on the outside and a Tootsie Roll on the inside.
Hey, maybe the rest of the family would like a Tootsie Roll Pop, too.
Why, sure thing. How many kids in the family?
10.
You sure there's 10?
Oh, heavens. Maybe I'd better count noses. Let's see. Me and Ella Crumley and Laura Little. 6, 9, 7, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 11 noses.
I thought there were only 10 kids.
Well, one of them's got 2 noses.
Oh. Well, then here's what you need, Nuck. One of these Tootsie Pops party pack.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that looks interesting.
This has 10 Tootsie Roll Pops in it.
But what flavor?
Well, it has all the assorted flavors. Orange, cherry, pineapple, chocolate, and grape. And look, on the back of the party pack, there's a game or a puzzle that you kids can play.
Oh, that's terrific.
There you are, Nuck. One Tootsie Roll Pops party pack for you. Well, what do you say?
A recitation. I love those little Tootsie Pops, the best in all the land. But when I eat a Tootsie Pop, it makes me feel so grand. And those scrumptious Tootsie Roll Pops, they thrills me true and true. Why don't you go and get some? I'm sure you'll love them, too. I thank you. All right, Steve.
All right, Father Knickerbocker. Here we are. That doesn't mean much outside of New York, but some evenings what does when you get right down to it. We have something right now that's going to mean quite a bit all over the place. A wonderful girl's going to sing a wonderful song. Incidentally, I don't know if in the confusion of our confusion down at the East River, we mentioned that it was the Circle Line which provided the ship on which our engineers sank, or something or other down there. Right now we have a dry land type singer. Edie Gourmet is going to do a song she did on our Tonight Show about 10 days ago, and we've received a lot of favorable reaction to her arrangement of it with Skitch and the boys. And here's Edie Gourmet to sing it again, The Man That Got Away.
Have lost their glitter. The winds grow colder, and suddenly you're older. And all because of the man that got away. No more his eager call. The writings on the wall, the dreams you dreamed have all gone astray. The man that won you has run off and undone you. That great beginning has seen the final inning. Don't know what happened. It's all a crazy game. No more that all-time thrill. For you've been through the mill, and never a new love will be the same. of his you're on to, but fools will be fools. And where's he gone to? The road gets rougher, it's lonelier and tougher. With hope you burn up, tomorrow he may turn up. There's just no let up, the livelong night and day. Ever since this world began, there is nothing sadder than a one-man woman looking for the man that got away. The man that got away.
Isn't that pretty? You know what I'm going to do now? I'm not going to do a commercial. I don't call this a commercial. You know what I like about this candy? It's chock full of downright goodness. I never in my life have heard a candy commercial. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard a commercial for anything except possibly Marfac. Didn't say it's chock full of downright goodness. It's Marfac like Mother used to make. I'll be through with this piece in a minute. You probably have other things to do. That's all right. There. Now then, gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce a young lady who was on the show about 2 weeks ago, and she broke everybody up, as they say in the business. So we put everybody back together, and we looked at them, and they looked pretty good, and we decided that they would enjoy seeing this young lady again. I'm going to have the honor of accompanying her at the piano for a moment, in a moment, and by a moment. Let's give her a nice welcome, Kaye Ballard. Here she is.
This is the first time, you know, coast to coast. I'm sorry. Oh, this is a ridiculous time to get them.
Got the hiccups, that's all.
Yes, I had...
Well, I'll tell you, we're running a little late. We'll have to do the number anyway. Is it all right?
I feel... I'm all right, Steve. I'll be all right. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where. Oh, where. Clothes you were wearing, you were smiling then, but I can't remember where. Oh, some things that happened for the first time seem to be happening. So it seems that we have loved before, and before, but who knows when?
I guess we'll be leaving the furniture right where it is. You see, it's the real little things like contusions that are funny. If it bleeds, it's amusing. It's an old axiom.
You know what, Stephen? I want to do something. May we do something?
I think we may.
You remember after dress rehearsal, we walked by a pet shop,
Mm-hmm.
and we saw two little parakeets.
Over on
and
6th
they were
Avenue?
adorable. And you said something about wondering what parakeets thought of their owners.
Yes. Well, we're going to show you right now.
All right,
yes.
let's do it.
This is our impression of two little parakeets, the thoughts that go through their minds as they sit in a cage.
We're the new pets in the house. We just came from the pet shop.
Yeah, what a madhouse it is over there. Can you imagine 175 parakeets in one cage? Every time a buyer would come in, they'd all scream and they'd holler, "Take me, take me,
Buy
take
me, buy me, buy me, take me, buy me. Oh, it was terrible, wasn't it?
Oh.
But he bought us. Why? We played it smart. We just gave him the glad eye, sneaked over in the corner, and gave him the old soft shoe, eh?
That's right. Some parakeets have it and some don't, that's all. We got it and he got us, and we have no complaints. We like it here. We get
love
three,
it.
sure, we get 3 square seeds a day and all the water we can drink, you know.
Oh, here comes our master. There comes the genius.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
look at him, look at him. For 3 weeks, he's been trying to teach us how to talk. Good morning, Boydie. Good morning, Boydie. Good morning, Boydie. The same old thing. Here it
Yeah,
comes. Good
yeah.
morning, Boydie.
What do you say today we really give it to him, huh?
All right, we'll see. We give it to him.
All right, here we go.
Good morning, Bertie. Good morning. Woo! He loves it. Look at him go. Woo! Oh, he is jumping up and down. Oh, he adores that.
Sure.
Oh, look at he's running to get the neighbors.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here comes the neighbors.
Oh,
they're all around the cage.
Yeah, they're all around. Watch it. Don't crush the cuddle bone there. Be careful. They're all looking at it. It's like we were one of the 7 wonders of the world or something.
Let's give him something to jump about.
All right, here we go.
All right.
La donne mobile, la donne mobile.
Look at them go. Woo! I love that one. Oh, they adore that. Oh, look,
Crazy.
they're throwing themselves on the ground. What's that they're bringing? What's that they're coming in our cage. What are they putting in here? What are they... Don't let them do it.
A little silver swing. They're rewarding it.
Isn't
Back to
that
you.
adorable?
Yeah.
A little silver swing.
We're swinging back and forth
Isn't
and
that
up
cute?
and
Back
down, and we're
and forth
swinging.
and two. Oh, I might set. Whoa. Oh, take it away. Take it away. Oh, what to do? What to do? I think I'll read the newspaper at the bottom of the cage.
All right.
Marlon Brando on the waterfront.
I thought he was in the movies. Where does it say?
Oh, don't come near our cage. What are they doing?
Yeah, what is that? Oh, they're putting a cover on
Oh,
it.
I don't want them to put the cover on.
Oh, heck.
I wanted to stay up and watch tonight. Don't put the cover on. They
Sure.
think just because they put the cover on, we're going to go to sleep.
Isn't that silly? We're going to...
They think it's going to be silly.
Well, so much for birdseed. You know, Kaye and I did a lot of talking in preparation for the show. Another thing we were discussing comes under the heading of the word advertising. Because advertising is a very big business. Advertising of products has gained momentum through the last 20 years or so. It's reached its height, I think, with the coming of television. Because everywhere you look now, you hear slogans, jingles, commercials of all. You cannot escape, no matter where you go. You cannot escape from advertising. And I was beginning to wonder that what with all the ads and the commercials and stuff in radio and television hitting the public day after day, I think eventually people, human beings like you and me, we might possibly eventually begin talking the way the idiots do in the commercials. And actually, they don't talk like us, but I think we will begin to talk like them. So now Kaye and I would like to give you our impression of what it might be like sometime in the future when people begin talking like the folks in commercials. Here it is.
Look, Steve, how many times have I told you we're through? What? You're downstairs and you'll be up in a second. It's no use. It's all over between us. Goodbye.
Hey, darling.
Oh, Steve, it's all over.
But, Kaye, I can't live without you, sweetheart. You mean everything to me. You're so beautiful. Your eyes, your hair.
Yes?
It looks so easy to manage.
That's because I use Drain shampoo.
Oh.
Right for my type of hair.
Oh.
But enough of this sweet talk, Steve. Forget me. Find someone else.
But there's only you for me, Kaye.
What about Ruth? She's lovely.
Ah, she's engaged.
She uses Pond.
That's true. True, but I can't go on living without you, Kaye. That's all there is to it. Please, you must give me another chance.
Give you another chance. Look at the way you look.
Well, I know I have this silly haircut and everything, and I don't look so good anyway, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll shave. I'll get myself a genuine Gillette razor with a super-speed one-piece dispenser and a genuine styrene carrying case. And then I'll look sharp, feel sharp, and be sharp. Well,
You've said that before. I can't trust you.
oh, dear. Kaye, what do you ever suppose has happened to us? Where is the magic gone? The music. You remember our song, darling? When the values go up, 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 and the prices go down, down, down.
Oh, Steve, it's no use.
Well, now, come, dear. You're overwrought. Why don't you just sit down and relax? That's it. Why don't you have a cigarette? There you are, my dear. Allow me to light it for you.
Please.
You'll be relaxed in no time at all. There you are. There.
How mild can a cigarette be?
There, you see, my dear? I knew that would do the trick. I knew it would relax you. It's because of the king-size filter. It screens out all the harsh irritants and lets me come through.
Oh, Steve, can't you get it through
Please,
your
Kaye,
head?
I'm begging you to take me back. You must. Can't you get it through your head that I need you, Kaye?
Oh.
Here, darling. Have a Tootsie Roll. There.
Oh, you remembered.
Let me light it for you, my dear. Kaye, I don't know what to say, but let me put it this way. Remember the night we met, my dear, do you? You remember that night you were wearing this very dress?
Yes.
This beautiful dress. It's a heavenly feeling. It's a heavenly feeling to be near this deep, soft fleece Orlon once again.
It's by DuPont. Better things for better living through chemistry. Let me go, Steve.
Okay, I shan't. What's the matter, my dear? What is it? What's troubling you?
I've got a slight headache.
Oh.
I've tried everything.
Well, my dear, don't worry. You suffer from pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia. Get fast relief. Try Anderson.
Steve, I've heard enough.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't seem to understand. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. Don't you understand, my dear? You silly little goose. It contains not one, but a combination of medically proved active ingredients.
Well, I guess you talked me into it.
There.
I'll take one.
And you're not angry with me anymore? You will give me another chance? Say you will, please.
Well, all right.
That's my girl.
And there's absolutely no trace of messy lipstick.
Oh, dear. What do you have in mind now, William Oldbean? All right. We have here a little picture of henpecked Gene Rayburn doing the family shopping. Is Gene all set? Here he is.
Well, this is the picture. Old, henpecked, lovable Gene Rayburn. I don't mind doing the family shopping, though, especially when I get around here to the Tootsie Roll section. You know, I've been in here several times, and these shelves have been empty. I asked the clerk about it, and he said people buy up Tootsie Rolls so fast it's hard to keep the shelves filled. Let me tell you about some of the different Tootsie Rolls. Now, this is the Tootsie Roll multi-pack, 6 large Tootsie Rolls. And this is the Tootsie Roll Handy Pack, 22 junior Tootsie Rolls. Now, look at this cellophane bag of Tootsie Roll Midgies, the small size Tootsie Roll, each piece just the right size to fit into your mouth. It makes no difference what size the Tootsie Roll is. It's always a good candy. Now, look at this Tootsie Roll Pop Party Pack, 10 delicious pops, fruit-flavored candy on the outside with a Tootsie Roll center. There's a puzzle or game on the back of each pack. The kids will have a whale of a good time with them. So whenever you go to your supermarket or grocer, buy some of these Tootsie Rolls. Everybody in the family loves them. Tootsie Rolls, America's favorite candy.
Howdy. I wasn't trapped reading a paper here. I was reading it with malice aforethought. I don't know how many of you folks read the letters to the editor, but I think it's a very important part of the newspaper scene. What's going on out there, Jim? I'm not trying to put a stop to it. I just wonder what it was. Something interesting happening out there? What was it? I'm just curious. Now that I'm curious, 8 million people are curious. Who did? Oh, I see. It's perfectly okay. I'll tell you a little bit later what happened. So I have a habit that I occasionally give a little vent to right on the air here. It's my belief that since most of the letters to the editor in newspapers these days are angry letters, that it is not fair for you folks who read them to be amused by them. For example, if a fellow writes a novel and he wants to make you angry, you get angry. You see a motion picture, the same thing happens. But very often a fellow writes an angry letter because he's complaining about something he writes to a newspaper, and then you get up in a good mood in the morning, you have your orange juice and your toast, and you're not disturbed by these letters. I think that's a terrible thing. So I'm going to simply read some of these now. These are actual letters that I'm reading out of an actual newspaper, and I'm just changing the names to protect myself from a punch in the mouth. You all ready?
Right.
All right. Here's a letter from Manhattan. When are we New Yorkers going to wake up to the dirty deal we are getting in transportation despite all the fare increases? The other day, I was waiting by the new bus stop sign at 40th Street and 7th Avenue, and 2 buses passed me by. I finally had to walk all the way over to Madison Avenue and 34th Street. Why don't we all start using our leg muscles again for short trips like that, and let the buses and subways and the slobs operating them go broke? Signed, Roger Bannister. Here's another one. From the Bronx. Yeah. To that truck driver with no conscience. I parked my car at 35th Street and 11th Avenue, and you ripped my trunk door and the 2 rear fenders and pushed my car into the car in front of it. And then, you bum, yeah, you dragged the back of my car out into the street and left it there. Well, you no-good rotten louse, I want you to know that because of you, my family and I had to spend 2 weeks vacation at home because the money that we had set aside for our vacation was spent on repairs to the car. You are one of the lowest creatures on earth. Why didn't you stick around and identify yourself? Signed, Anonymous. Got one more here. Let's see. Here's one from Manhattan. When I first came to this city, I weighed 263 pounds. And now I'm way down to 248. Yeah. Why? Because of your stingy restaurant owners. Right. You're altogether too skimpy with your meal portions. What they put on my plate isn't enough to feed a sick child. As soon as I can raise the fare, I'm heading back to the good old land of Texas, where steaks and chops are aplenty. No wonder all you New Yorkers look all starved out. Signed, Toot Shore. Well, that's it. As I say, next time you read these letters, I want you to get burned up because there's no sense giggling about them. They're no laughing matter. I don't know how you can rest in your homes tonight with the beds you sleep on. Now, I want to go down here for the couple of seconds remaining and talk to some of the nice folks we have visiting with us. Little habit we do on tonight, and here we go. Well, let me see here. What is your name, sir? You have a question?
No, just I'm from Leavenworth.
And when did you get out, sir?
I didn't get out. I'm here on a visit.
Very nice to have you here. That's sort of the obvious joke, and I went for it very quickly. Who are you?
Sergeant First Class Edwards.
As I say, when did you get out, sir? You sound like you got out of the Army. Where'd you...
No, I'm still in. I came down to pick up two in-laws that are arriving tomorrow on the Italia from Germany. Two, little boy and a little gal.
Well, that sounds like a fine story. Maybe you can bring them in here later on our Tonight Show, huh?
I may. No, they're coming in tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Well, we're on every night. Nice to talk to you. We have a nice prize for you. I'll give it to you in just a second. Now, let's see. We have a... Well, sir, look what we have here. Hiya, Paul. Hello, Jerry. How you doing?
Hi. Oh, we're just watching the rest of the show from out here.
You watch what you like, and I'll watch what I like.
Oh, dear.
No. Hey, Steve, why don't you interview me, huh?
Well, I don't know, Jerry. I don't really know how to work that.
Well, why don't you just, well, if you can't interview me, how about if I could interview someone?
Well, who would you like to interview?
Well, he looks like a live one right here. What about him?
Well, I don't know. Perhaps he might do. I'll tell you what. Why don't you just sort of take over and see what luck you can have? Want to ask him some questions?
Yeah. What should I ask him? Do you have any... I never
Well,
been to...
ask him if he's married.
Oh, are you married?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's clever. He says he is. What do I do now?
Ask him if he has any little ones.
Do you have any little ones running around the house?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you call the exterminator?
Oh, wait a minute here. Now, that's not nice at all. I just wanted to talk to these folks down here, Jerry and Paul, to remind you that they're going to be sponsored by the Tootsie Roll folks with a new show. Paul, when does it start?
We're going on November 20th. It'll be every Saturday morning at 10:30.
Good. Well, you youngsters and oldsters alike, be sure to watch it because it's going to be a wonderful show. Excuse me for just 1 second now. I want to say another word to the folks at home, as the saying goes. Tootsie Rolls are sponsoring a wonderful guessing contest. Now, I want you to take a look at the bag here. You see that? It contains various kinds of Tootsie Roll candies. Now, in order to win one of the 150 beautiful prizes in the Tootsie Roll contest, all you have to do is guess the number of individual pieces of Tootsie Roll candies in that bag. And here's Gene Rayburn to tell you all about the contest.
Well, those of you who come closest to guessing the number of Tootsie Roll candies in this bag, which incidentally is 5 feet high and 3 feet in diameter, will be the winners. There will be 150 such winners. 50 winners will receive a famous Schwinn bicycle in either the Traveler or Starlet model. They're lightweight in styling with 3-speed gears and other wonderful features. 50 winners will receive an attractive and dependable 14-karat solid gold Wittnauer watch, a distinguished product of the Longines Wittnauer Watch Company. Since 1866, makers of watches of the highest character. 50 winners will each receive 50 pairs of famous ultra-sheer Ipswich nylon hosiery. Fashion-right, long-wearing Ipswich nylons are the best in hosiery at great savings. Switch to Ipswich hosiery. You'll love this pride. Now let's take another look at the bag of Tootsie Roll candies. It's 5 feet high and 3 feet in diameter, remember. Be sure to indicate your age. The judge's decision is final. Duplicate prizes will be awarded in case of ties. All entries must be postmarked not later than midnight Tuesday, November 16th. Employees of the Tootsie Roll Company and NBC are not eligible. All entries must be addressed to Tootsie Rolls, Box 1414, New York, 1 New York. Use only postal cards with your name and address clearly printed. Saturday morning, November 20th, over most of these NBC stations, the winning numbers will be announced.
Folks, thanks for watching the show tonight. Well, one of all, give yourself a big hand. Be sure to watch for Paul and Terry.